Today I'm reviewing the Beauty of Joseon Glow Deep Serum. And really quick, I just want to say, I purchase all these products with my own money. I'll never waste your time with sponsors or videos. So if you help support the channel, check out nobsbeauty.com, check out my Patreon community, or click on the links below. Okay. I don't know why I haven't done this one yet, but anyway, finally get a chance to do this one. I did a video with their other 3 serums, and then this one was released shortly after that video I'd done. So I didn't get included in the original serum video. So anyway, so they say restore natural glow to tired-looking skin with this brightening serum containing 68.6% rice bran water to clarify skin and 2% arbutin to fade hyperpigmentation. Lightweight and quick absorbent texture penetrates deep into skin to provide long-lasting skin brightening and hydrating effects. Formulated without mineral oils, essential oils, parabens, sulfates, PEG, PEG. Product is suitable for sensitive skin. Parabens always get a bad rap, and I don't know if that's totally rightfully so or not. But anyway, I'm not quite PEG, PEG. Anyway, okay. So my first criteria is packaging. No issues with the packaging. I actually like that they use this like little chubby short bottle because it makes it easier to find in the sea of dropper bottles I contain. Not crazy fan of the dropper bottles, but oh well, what are you going to do? In terms of denatured drying types of alcohol, it does not contain any of those. It's also fragrance-free and has no real noticeable scent to it. The manufacturing location for this one is Korea. Beauty of Joseon now is they're kind of on a roll releasing new products frequently, but it seems like not like a ton of new products like the Inky List where they release like 30 products all at once that they spend like a minute on each. They release, it seems like well thought out, well planned, well formulated products occasionally, but other brands seem to capitalize on their name and, you know, hey, it's been a week, we should release 10 new products that we really don't care about today. I don't know, is that, I mean, too harsh? Too harsh a little bit? Anyway. Okay, manufacturing, this location is Korea. Did I say that? I can't remember now. Okay, so ease of use. So, you know, I apply this after cleansing, toning, literally like 1 drop of this. It is so light. 1 little drop of it goes a long, long way. So after cleansing, toning, and if you use any other treatments, like if it's your morning routine, you're going to apply vitamin C. Apply the vitamin C serum first. Give it a minute to soak in, then apply this. Or if you're using this like in your evening routine, apply your exfoliant before this or your retinol before this, and then just apply this after that, but before other thicker serums or moisturizers. Really nice, light, oily texture, oily, watery texture. It's that rice bran, which gives it that kind of that sheen to it. But anyway, it absorbs pretty quickly, sets to slightly radiant finish. That's non-sticky. No issues at all with that. Works well, gives a dewy finish. You know, keep soaking it, but it really sets kind of a dewy finish. So there we go. So you can use this morning or evening, but if you're going to do it in either of those, do your retinol, exfoliant, or vitamin C or active before this. Or if you're doing your retinoid, you want to do the sandwich method, you could apply this and then the retinoid and then a thick moisturizer. But the sandwich method typically is 2 moisturizers between your retinoids. So anyway, whatever. Okay, so beneficial ingredients in this one. So we've got rice bran water, which is a hydrating ingredient. We also have skin conditioning benefits. We've got arbutin, antioxidant, skin brightening. Also can help fade dark spots that aren't super stubborn. We've got panthenol, which is also known as provitamin B5, skin soothing and wound healing. Every time I think of provitamin 5, I think of Pantene shampoo. Which, interestingly, on there's a hair care science Reddit thread, and there's a lady that worked in shampoo development and comparison, and she said no matter what they compared to, Pantene always did the best out of all these blind tests. Interesting fact. Okay, then we've got Trehalose, which is a sugar-derived humectant. We've got Glyceryl, Glucoside, another humectant. Hydrolyzed jojoba esters, skin conditioning ingredient. We've got arginine, which is another skin-identical ingredient. Japanese gold thread, plant used tradition in Eastern Asian cultures for anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, antimicrobial properties. Glucose is in here, which is another sugar-derived humectant. We've got Job's Tears, which is something I had not heard about, but it's typically used in a lot of Beauty of Joseon products. It's a skin conditioning ingredient. Soybean extract, skin soothing, antioxidant, and brightening ingredient. We've got barley extract, which is skin protecting ingredient. Rice bran extract, skin conditioning ingredient. sesame extract, skin soothing ingredient, and then finally mung bean extract, which is skin conditioning ingredient. I believe they just released 2 new products based off that. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure they just did. Okay, in terms of animal testing, this is cruelty-free, so no issues with that. So for performance, you see it's had 3 or 4 minutes to soak in. It's still a dewy finish. Does a nice job giving the skin extra hydration. Might help fade less stubborn pigmentation issues, but for very stubborn pigmentation, I don't think the combination of rice bran water and arbutin is going to be enough for super stubborn pigmentation. Probably going to look at something different, or L-ascorbic acid, or retinol, or exfoliants, or something else. But if you have newer hyperpigmentation, you haven't tried anything else, this would be worth a try. It's very soothing, great for dry skin that needs extra moisture. You just want a dewy look. And it's also pretty friendly for acne-prone skin. There's only 1 ingredient of note, and that is sorbitol isostearate. So for price, so it's the full size, 30 milliliters, 1 ounce. Retails for about $15, which makes it pretty affordable, although this is kind of one of those products that can be on sale just depending on the day and the site. There's no rhyme or reason to most of those K-beauty sites. I don't understand why they pick which products that are going to be on sale, because there's never rhyme or reason to it. And there's no real way to compare them either. Okay, in terms of the it factor, it's not a must-have, but it's a nice, affordable, fragrance-free and cruelty-free serum. Probably not one that's a must-have that I would repurchase. I do like the dewy finish, but there's also a lot of primers that you can use to get that finish, and foundations and powders, and it's a nice product overall. It seems to be a pretty big hit for a lot of people. It seems most reviews are pretty favorable of it. It's not an absolute must-have for me. I'll definitely finish it. Not something I necessarily feel like I need to repurchase or go on my way to have again, but I love a lot of their products, and I do really enjoy this brand. So anyway, with a 10 being a perfect score, I give this one a 9. Interested in hearing from you guys if you had a chance to check it out yet or not, and if you have what your thoughts are. So leave a comment. Love hearing from you guys, and stay tuned for more tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.